area is talked about quite a bit. The Decapolis, as Beatrice pointed out, in Judges it talks about this would have been included in the portion of land that Manasseh got as one of the 12 tribes. And if you go read it in Judges 1, I think it's like verse 27, something like that, it talks about how this was a Canaanite city. Manasseh took it, but they didn't drive out the Canaanites. In fact, they turned them into laborers. Didn't drive them out. Then when Assyria took northern Israel, or Israel, the kingdom of Israel, the northern portion, into captivity, this was destroyed and uninhabited for a while until the Greeks came in and took it, Alexander the Great. But it's referred to in the Old Testament as well with in 1 Samuel 31, where we hear the story of the death of Saul. And I just want to read that to you real quick. It says, "Now the Philistines fought against Israel. The Israelites fled before them, and many fell slain on Mount Gilboa." Remember seeing that, what that was, and we just talked about it? "The Philistines pressed hard after Saul and his sons, and they killed his sons Jonathan, Abinadab, and somebody else that I can't pronounce." Verse 3. "The fighting grew fierce around Saul, and when the archers overtook him, they wounded him critically. Saul said to his armor-bearer, 'Draw your sword and run me through, or these uncircumcised fellows will come and run me through and abuse me.' But his armor-bearer was terrified and would not do it. So Saul took his own sword and fell on it. When the armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he too fell on his sword and died with him. So Saul and his 3 sons and his armor-bearer and all his men died together that same day. When the Israelites along the valley and those across the Jordan saw that the Israelite army had fled and that Saul and his sons had died, they abandoned their towns and fled, and the Philistines came and occupied them," which would include this one. "The next day when the Philistines came to strip the dead, they found Saul and his 3 sons fallen on Mount Gilboa. They cut off his head and stripped off his armor, and they sent messengers throughout the land of the Philistines to proclaim the news in the temple of their idols and among their people. They put his armor in the temple of the Ashtoreth and fastened his body to the wall of Bet Shan.